Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of our £15,000 EV challenge. So we've all got hold of a EV, family friendly, for £15,000. Each of these cars can be bought for £15,000. So in this episode I want to put a little bit of the banter to one side. We've done one video already with a bit of a range test, so we've got to know our cars rather well. And they've got a remarkable specification that I think you'd be impressed with, because there's items on, certainly on my car, that my Porsche Taycan doesn't have. There's items that even a Tesla doesn't have. So in this episode, let's keep it a little bit serious, boys, not too much of the banter, and let's just walk you around exactly what £15,000 gets you for a family-friendly EV. So let's start off with my car. This is a Hyundai Ioniq. There's a couple of versions of this. There's a hybrid version, there's a petrol version, and then there's a fully electric version. The fully electric version have this smooth front grille here. I think it's a pretty good looking car, and I really like the coupe style, as I'll keep referring to in this video, and the subsequent. It is a coupe. Be quiet over there. So I think it's a pretty good style. 2017 car. These are popular cars. It's got a 60,000 miles in it, so I had to get one with a little bit of miles in it to get it into budget, but it seems to have worn the miles really well. Drives lovely, as I'll explain in a minute. 31 kilowatt hour battery, 28 usable, so it tends to be referred to as the Ioniq electric 28 kilowatt hour. Newer versions have got a larger battery with 38 kilowatt hours, so it gives you some more range, but this is a 28 kilowatt hours, and one of the things the Ioniq's always been known for is its efficiency. On our run the other day, I managed 5.3 miles per kilowatt hour, which is very reasonable. So that gives it a really sensible range. I've got daytime running lights, LED headlamps, and as we come down the side, I actually really like this coupe-like style. It's a coupe. There is some minor patina, but actually for the money, it is in good condition all round, one owner, full service history. Keyless entry. Now, that's something that my Porsche Taycan does not have. Keyless entry in a £120,000 Porsche Taycan. Anyway, so coming down here, nice sloping roofline, alloy wheels, and a shark fin aerial. Coming to the rear here, some people say it looks like an armadillo. What do you think? I think it's all right, to be fair. It's got an extra piece of glass here, which is heated, so you've got some extra visibility at the back. LED lights, a little bit of minor patina, reversing sensors, reversing camera, and a pretty practical tailgate opening here. Parcel shelf that just pulls out conveniently, and a nice flat load area. There's even a little bit of storage just under the boot floor here, which if I repackage these cables a little bit, you could probably tuck away quite nicely under there. The seats fold down, and so it's remarkably practical. We will be doing some more practicality tests soon, so stay subscribed to our channel and you'll see another video about that soon. Down the side here, again, nice clean car. Some copper accents in here, brown, like a Pagani Zonda, not brown Joe. And then here's the charge port on this side. So I've got Type 2 AC and then DC rapid charging, so a full CCS port there. On the driver's side here, so a bit of storage in the door bins, bit of extra storage here, and a kind of a hand grip for closing the door. The buttons for power folding wing mirrors, absolutely, 4 electric windows and central locking. So all a bit plasticky, but all very functional, very durable. You can see after over in fact, it's got nearly 62,000 miles, this car, but the seat hasn't got wear. None of this is really worn out. It's a little bit of shine on the steering wheel, but it's stood the test of time really well, I think. So here I've got the opening of the charge port. I've also got a timer I can set for charging here. And then I've got a bonnet release down here, although there is nothing under the bonnet for storage like some EVs do have. And this button here, this is a lane assist button. Now when I say lane assist, this car actually has, it doesn't just stop you going out the lane, but it actually centers the car into the lane. So on the motorway, it has that, and it has radar cruise control. So it actually keeps the distance from the car in front and centers the car in the lane. It really is not far off Tesla Autopilot. It works brilliantly. I was blown away, and I keep referring to this as Tesla Autopilot, the car having autopilot, and it pretty much does. It's very similar to AP1 in many ways. So again, I've been actually blown away with this car, and I think it's brilliant. Have I said I think it's brilliant? Because I do think it's brilliant. On the inside, I think it's pretty nice and modern. It's got this texture pattern to the seats, which I'm not especially keen on, but they're in good condition. There's no torn interior here. It's actually a nice presentable car. Let's get the boys in and I'll show them some of the amazing spec on this example. So inside here was probably the biggest surprise for me for this car. I think it's actually nice and modern and well designed, to be honest. There's a couple of kind of firmer plastics up here, but it's actually all quite modern, and guys, it's all right. And then you got the spec, it's not this copper trim around here, like a Pagani Zonda, your front and side there. So a good multifunction steering wheel in front of me here, and a nice modern clean display here. the amount of battery on the right hand side, some trip information which I can easily scroll through, and then a power band on the left hand side to show when I'm accelerating or regenerating some charge. What I really like with this, I've got paddles on the steering wheel as well, so I can very quickly increase the regen to actually a nice good strong regen that brings the car down to a stop, and then I can actually then free it all off, a couple of taps of that, and it's in like literally a free wheel mode, so it cruises down the motorway in free wheel, sort of coasting mode, all that. Now if I go to drive mode, I've got normal, eco and sport. You'll find here when I go to sport, it changes that center screen there, so that's a digital display, into a power percent band.
Sort of sport brown.
Much
It's
like
also
a
brown, yeah.
Yeah, sport brown. That's
copper.
brown.
So it's much like the Rolls Royce, you know, how much power reserves you have. It's pretty much like that, I would say. So the native navigation screen, I find that actually really quite nice and easy to use. Absolute country, Mark's been in the car. So I found this really easy to navigate around and use. The navigation's actually excellent. It's quite a nice clear screen. If I go to reverse, have a look at this. A nice clear reversing camera. Works well. That shows you where you're going. So I think that's good. And then if I go to here, this car even has Apple CarPlay. Behold.
Very jealous of that.
Again, along with the paddles, something that a Tesla doesn't have, for example.
You've got a wireless phone charger down here as well.
I also have a wireless phone charger, another thing that a Porsche Taycan doesn't have. Do you want me to show you something else a Porsche Taycan has?
Well,
do you know what the Taycan could really do with these paddles?
I think a lot of
I
cars
think
could,
they'd really
in
suit
fairness.
it. The other thing a Porsche Taycan doesn't have is actually a sunglasses holder.
Sunglasses holder, yeah.
And this is missing from so many cars these days. I don't know why having somewhere to put your sunglasses isn't just simply designed like that.
Has it got central locking?
It's got keyless entry, of course,
right.
keyless start, just a start-stop button down here. A couple of 12-volt sockets here, USB and an auxiliary input here. Nice practical storage bin down here. The wireless phone charger,
like the
of
old,
course.
yacht floor in the Tesla, isn't it? Actually, a
little bit, nice practical space that. Couple of sensible cup holders, and then in here a nice deep centre console, which works brilliantly.
I spotted another USB port in there as well.
There's another USB port in there as well.
There's nothing back here at all.
Yeah, but you could plug in something there and charge your iPad or something in the back, couldn't you? Heated front seats.
Nice.
There we go.
You got heated rear seats in there?
No.
Oh,
But we have this.
Yeah, an elbow holder.
Very good. Do you know what I even have on this car? Again, another thing missing from Porsche Taycan. It's missing from some of the Teslas. Heated steering wheel.
Oh, nice touch.
So that whole lot is really, really good.
Pretty cool.
All works
I am
brilliantly.
Slightly jealous, I must admit.
It blew me away. I didn't really expect that much. I kind of like saw the car, went out and bought it as part of the challenge, and then I was blown away that actually it's got a better spec than a lot of the other cars I drive around. So it's nice. It's really nice. And to drive.
The downside though, all that spec. Look at the buttons. There's hundreds of buttons.
There are a lot of buttons.
It's like a fighter pilot cockpit.
There's a few buttons to get used to,
like
but
hidden everywhere.
No.
Buttons.
You get used
That's
to
the price you pay, I guess.
It's got lots of spec. This is it. You've got to turn stuff on and off, haven't you? Oh, that steering wheel's getting a bit warm now.
Oh dear. Well,
oh dear. So
Rolls Royces have lots of buttons, Richard.
But I found it intuitive to get used to. It's a pleasant car to drive. Like all EVs, it's got plenty of poke, that kind of instant power things there. I love being able to adjust this regen. That should be, I think, something on most of the cars. Upgraded audio, Infinity audio.
Is that they like Bang & Olufsen or Meridian? Or,
yeah, something like that.
They are just so hardly heard of them. They must be super exclusive.
I remember them. When I say remember, they're some slightly older times. But so the sound system, it's okay. Again, it's not up there with the latest Tesla high fidelity sound, but it's all pretty good. And I've been really impressed. You know, obviously all climate control, everything like that. So a very pleasant place to be. And I really like this Hyundai. I've been blown away with just how good it is.
It's all right.
It is very, very good.
Proper
and how's space in the back, Mark?
It's good. I keep tripping over this transmission tunnel.
Well, that's for the gearbox, Mark.
Well, one thing is, I guess, where this car does share a platform with hybrid and combustion cars, I think that's probably a legacy there. Probably, I mean, it's front-wheel drive car, but that probably houses kind of some exhaust or something like that. But I think it's actually quite a good balance of space. Even for a coupe shape, you've got headroom. But we won't do too much of practicality because we've got a great video coming up about real-world practical experiment of these cars in family day-to-day use. So, stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit the like button, and then you'll see another video coming very soon about that. So I hope you're all impressed. I think it's a fantastic car and it's actually brilliant to drive.
Cool.
I think £15,000 gets you a fantastic spec.
Oh, so bored of talking about this car.
auto-dim?
Let's go and talk about...
Of course it's
let's go
auto-dim in rear view mirror.
Let's go and talk about a proper EV, probably one of the most popular EVs in the world. Let's go and talk about that.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here. So this is my Nissan Leaf. This is the 30 kilowatt hour battery one. There are 24 kilowatt hour ones available, which you can get into for about 10,000. This we've purchased at a price where we could sort out this minor blemish and then still be able to make it a profitable sale at 15,000. So it fits just right. This one's also got the 6.6 kilowatt charger, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. In terms of exterior spec, for 2017, this is a Telna. It's got the upgraded metallic paint, magnetism red, I think it's something like that. Someone kindly pointed out recently. Mirrors fold automatically when parking, keyless entry, rear door handles. I've seen a blue car without these, that's weird. Wheels don't need anything doing to them, they're perfect. In fact, it is very clean, so it should be no trouble to prepare it and sell it for the kind of money we'd be looking for. And keyless entry activated by a little switch under the boot lid there. It's really easy to open, it only took 4 goes. And plenty of boot space. Okay, convenient placing of the charge flap at the front. This has got an AC Type 1 charger, and then for DC it's got the CHAdeMO for faster charging.
What you got in here, Joe?
Well, the Leaf's interior, it's got everything you need, where you need it. Right here in front of me mainly.
You've got 3 screens.
Yeah, I've got lots of screens. It's not quite a head-up display, but it does mean that you can have the steering wheel wherever you want, and it's unlikely to obscure this key information, which is quite cool actually. Range information here, regen, battery capacity, trip meter, and that kind of stuff. And then all your sat-nav bits and bobs are done over here. On our recent trip where we drove around in the last video, I actually found a sat-nav really good. It hasn't got Apple CarPlay.
It went to Vatican City.
Well, that was probably my fault, to be fair.
I think it was
probably me.
I did assume that from the
my
beginning.
fat fingers making things go wrong. But yeah, I mean, I was actually quite impressed with the level of detail. It showed me speed cameras and all sorts of stuff, which normally you'd rely on Waze or something through Apple CarPlay. So yeah. I was quite pleased with that. I mean, the switches, I've got a few over here as well. Things like the heated steering wheel. Unlock and lock the charge port,
so
that
you've got
kind of
heated
stuff.
steering wheel as well, same.
Yeah, I do.
Taycan doesn't have that.
No, heated front seats in here and heated rear seats.
Yeah, look, there's some buttons here for the rear passengers.
It is a bit weird though, because this turns on all the rear heat. Well, the heated seats in the back. There's no option to have 1 or 2. Okay. It's on or off.
I'm going to leave that on high so that
see how hot Gin's
can get.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'll turn it off, Gins.
It's off now. Fine.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry
all
about it.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
do you know what's quite the unusual thing, right? I think the Nissan Leaf is the only car that kind of shows your battery health. Because you've got these 12 bars here, and over time and age, the batteries do diminish a little bit, and it will actually demonstrate that by not showing all 12 bars.
That's like a top tip for buyers, really. Because buying the car, you want to be able to see that, and it's a question we get asked often, and this car does give that away. There isn't a battery refurb program in the UK, I don't think, but there is one in America and Japan. So
some of the earlier Leafs now, there's companies in the UK now, earlier Leafs you can get battery upgrades, which are pretty cool. So these are, I mean, that's the thing with these, they've been around so long, and what they have proven is just dogged reliability.
Yeah, true.
So they've done a lot for the EV community. The early ones, okay, they don't have the range. This one wasn't as efficient as the Hyundai out of a really similar battery, but you know, it's not a bad
bankable
car. You know, I've been mocking it, but actually now we've washed it, the brown doesn't look so bad.
It was never your brown still looks brown.
Why don't you demonstrate your sandwich holder?
Oh well, a sandwich holder is not something you find on many cars, and to have it is quite a rare feature. So
again, Taycan and Tesla doesn't have a sandwich holder.
You could put your sandwich here. You could put a drink there. I think Richard, on one of his cheat days, managed to line up 6 donuts along here. So that's quite good, isn't it?
CD player.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have any CDs, but if I did, I'd use that.
Robbie Williams.
And in here, there's a map. If you take that out, you can unfold this map. It's massive. It's got the whole world on it.
That's all in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the most popular EV in the world ever, until the Model 3 came along. So,
a couple of USBs.
Yeah, USBs.
The storage there, cup holders, and then
some storage space in there.
That's actually not bad, is it?
No.
Do you know what I do notice?
The glove box is massive as well.
When I've driven this, I have driven it briefly, and the seats are just, they're damn comfortable.
It's a comfy car.
It's just got nice big cushy seats, and it's just a nice comfortable car to drive. So
nice ride as well.
I'll give it some of that.
Yeah.
What you do see here, we have parked at really probably the worst angle, and the sun is coming down here, so it's showing all the dust around here at the moment. Yes. But is that all right on the screen when you're driving?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. It really is. It's It's a kind of does what it says on the tin, but it has got something about it that you kind of end up feeling a little bit affectionate.
Cruise control?
Yeah, I've got cruise control, yeah. And I've got switchable modes between, I don't have sport and turbo and ninja mode like you have got. I've just got
It is a
normal,
Hyundai coupe.
I've just got driving and eco. Yeah.
Auto lights, auto wipers?
Yeah, auto, that's correct. All that stuff's automatic.
So it's all pretty good. I can feel the aircon's blowing out nice and cold. What about your sound system?
Well, I've got a Bose one.
Bose one?
Bose, yeah,
Is it all
Bose
right?
sound, which is, I've definitely heard of them, whereas Infinity I've never heard of, so
And
I feel like my Bose one's better than yours.
Isn't that a solid door clunk as well?
Yeah, well, that's right.
It feels like it's, again, you've got some sort of harder plastics here, but I think for school and family use, it just feels like it would stand the test
Yeah,
of
you
time.
know it's robust.
A bit
yeah,
of
that's
black
exactly
plastics that would scratch, but you know what? It just feels super
But then
solid.
even
everywhere.
this centre tunnel's not too badly marked up there, I have to say.
Now, considering this is a ground-up EV, it does have. Oh, Mark, thanks for joining us. It does have this.
You're late again.
What's this?
That's the thing.
Is this going to be a hindrance when it
No,
comes
if
to
you
the
if you've
practicality
got
test?
someone with really short legs, they can sit here, and they can rest their legs on that.
So you'll be
That's a
right.
fit. Yeah, I'll be fine with that. Yeah. Mark, stop trying to vandalise my car. Leave it alone.
It's actually okay, isn't it? It's all practical, functional, and
Yeah.
you know, heated rear seats.
Yeah, man.
These are very
Oh,
comfy seats.
hold on, wait a minute.
They are, aren't they?
Look,
They're
Rich.
I was just saying that. And you've got sunglasses holder. As well.
Yeah, I have.
No Tesla in the world has
I made the
this.
mistake of putting my glasses in there, and then I nearly wrote my car off. That's the trouble because I couldn't see where I was going.
And if you've got a dog, you can turn off the interior alarm
Yeah,
there.
you can get your
Do you
dog
know
in
what?
there probably. If it's
It's all right. It's
Yeah.
all right. You've got these funny little windows on the dashboard here. Is that a bit of extra visibility?
Yeah, if you're trying to manoeuvre, they're quite useful.
You can look out just like that.
Yeah, quite handy. Yeah.
It's all right. And it's a quite comfortable car to drive.
And it has got a
a
360 parking camera. I think you managed to demonstrate your camera on yours.
Again, a feature a Tesla doesn't have, I'm afraid.
360 cam, which you don't have 360 cam, do you? Oh, you don't.
It was.
You haven't got that, have you?
No, the Porsche does, but it's.
Oh no, but I mean on that.
On Teslas, there's no Teslas.
No,
About these.
but on the Hyundai either.
Oh no, I don't need it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You've got side, front, and rear
And I've
cameras.
got the wiggly thing. Yeah, like I said, packed with technology.
Parking sensors as well, I presume. So you got all
Front
the
and rear parking sensor. Yeah.
So 360 cam, heated front and rear seats, climate control, cruise
Heated steering
control,
wheel, sunglasses holder.
heated steering wheel. Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
It's
well,
all
let's
right,
see
man.
what Mark's got with the
Yeah,
Zoe.
let's see what he's got in that, shall we? Let's go.
So Joe,
Yeah.
Joe, I was just looking at this kind of diffuser under here. I mean,
Hold on,
kind
just
of,
one of my parking sensors malfunctioning. There we go.
okay, so you've got this Formula 1 style diffuser, a fog light right under here.
Yeah.
And then these are the parking sensors you mentioned, yeah?
Yeah.
That you just quickly installed.
Yeah, you can
I was
install them.
starting to just talk
I
about your
don't think these are real.
No, I don't need to repair that. There we go.
Oh,
You'll
sorry.
see a whole suite of them. Look, kids, let me show you.
It does seem a bit
Look,
odd that you've got
here,
360 parking cameras,
I've got
but no
one
beeping.
here. I've got them here as well.
That's handy,
I'd
isn't
like
it?
one there actually. I think that'd be a good idea. There we go. There's one there. So yeah, parking sensors, no problem. Absolutely.
Can I just borrow that installation kit?
Just
a second?
hold on. I just want to draw.
No, I don't need a sensor there.
Oh.
I want to put a couple on the front here, though. There we go. There's one there. One there.
And this is my 2019 Renault Zoe ZE40, 2 years newer than the other two cars, only 18,000 miles. This has the 44 kilowatt hour battery, 41 usable. The earlier Zoes had about 22, so this is by far the biggest battery out of the three cars. Let's look around the side. As you can see, it is a very small, compact car, so good at manoeuvring, very nimble, good for parking. Keyless entry, very good. Thanks, Joe. It does have handles, but they're actually here. They're hidden away, but they're okay. And it's got actual parking sensors on the rear. Oh, no, they've been deleted. Thanks again, Joe. Parking sensors on the rear and a reversing camera. So up front, we have the conveniently located Type 2 charge port, which has up to 22 kilowatt charging on AC, but it doesn't have the DC rapid charging.
Yeah, that's right. The very latest Zoes, it can have a DC, but that's even then an optional extra. So Zoe's always been a little bit different. It has this Type 2 port, which is AC only, but can do up to 22 kilowatts in charging. So we're going to cover more about charging and rapid charging, what they're like on long journeys on another video, so come on to that. One thing I do want to highlight with this car is that the reason this is newer and lower mileage for the same money is that it's actually a leased battery mark. So the battery in this car is leased. You have to pay Renault £59 a month for the lease of the battery. So it's kind of like buying the car, but the most expensive component, so in a combustion car, the engine, you don't actually own that bit. Renault own that bit. There's a couple of elements to that. One is you do have to pay £59 a month, but that's less than paying, a tank of petrol in a modern Fiesta or something like that, isn't it?
Okay.
But on the other hand, if there was ever degradation or an issue with that battery, not your problem.
Oh, it's warranted?
Yeah, so warranted, so as long as that lease is current on the car, it's warranted. And you also get breakdown cover as well. So any issue, any concern with that battery, it's not your problem.
So pros and cons.
So you buy everything else, but the battery's not yours.
Can you buy the battery outright?
So I think not at the moment, but there is talk that that will be an option and probably be corrected. So I've not heard of anybody actually being given a number to buy their battery outright yet, but there is talk of that. And even possibly down the line with Renault, after paying a lease for X number of months, years, they may say, well, that's enough, that's it, it's all yours. So that's just speculation, but that's where it's going to go. So that's why this car is newer and lower mileage for less money, because it does have a battery lease, £59 a month. Okay, come on then, Mark, what have you got in this?
Right, in here we have got Bluetooth, we've got voice control, sat nav, we've got Android Auto as well.
Cool. No Apple CarPlay?
No, but
It's
you
nice
don't
to
need
have
that.
at least
It's got-
something.
yeah, it's got
Apparently lots
something.
of people do have Android phones.
Okay, fair
yeah,
enough.
overall nice and basic, nice and simple.
It looks like a decent screen in there though, so the navs are right
nice
to use.
usable
You won the
screen.
navigation challenge, so that's not bad.
Yeah, good map on here. Reverse camera with the lines that move.
And you've actually got sensors.
Rear
unlike
Rear
the
parking
Leaf.
sensors, yeah.
Climate
We've
control.
also got, just wait, there we go. We have climate control as well, yeah, air conditioning obviously, cruise control obviously. Oh,
Well, cruise control is pretty good in the car this size.
yeah, but no sunglasses holder.
Okay.
I've just realised.
Quite
But
nice
we
little- nice little
do
pattern on
have
top
this in the roof. That's a very nice little touch there.
So you've got keyless ignition.
Yeah, keyless,
good.
you have a space for the key, but you don't need to put it in. It does sit in there if you want it to.
One of the things that stands out in this car, it doesn't have, it is a smaller car, so it just doesn't have the space for it, but it doesn't have as much kind of centre console storage.
And we've also got the steering wheel adjustment in and out, up
I
and
can
down as
see
well.
from here,
Heads
Mark,
up display by the looks of it. Yeah,
That's a standard
that
thing, or
was
is that
an
optional?
additional. Yeah.
Oh, you've broken it.
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
Do you know what though? As I see in here, it is the smallest car on the outside. It's nice and compact.
It's
but
surprisingly spacious,
I'm
isn't it?
actually behind you. Not
This is
too
how I
bad
would
here,
drive.
I've got headroom. I've got knee room, so it's actually not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
I like the
quite a
kind of
funky design.
texture on the dashboard there is nice.
It feels
Yeah.
more modern than the Leaf. It's got a bit more sort of funkiness to it. It's a little bit cooler, I would say.
Yeah, it's quite
It's a-
snazzy, isn't it?
And
I
when we
guess.
did that range test in the first video, after 95 miles, you still had over 70 miles worth of range
Yeah.
left. So
Barely touched it, yeah.
it
Yeah.
is good. That range is good for the price, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's got some nice touches about it. I'm actually, well, I can't admit it too much, but yeah, I'm quite impressed.
Oh,
with this.
you've
It's
got a
all right.
mode as well. You've got eco mode and not eco mode, which
Yeah,
and
that's, yeah.
yeah, which has got all.
He has
manner
a
of
sports
modes,
mode,
every
but
mode.
I
yeah.
have noticed you've got sports grip on the steering wheel.
I also have a button here which changes the display here at the back. So you can have,
Oh, the colour.
yeah,
I
and
like
a
the
few
theme of
battery
it.
designs and the regen design.
Okay.
It's all right, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
a bad little car, you know.
Pretty
It's all right.
funky.
And it does feel more modern
Yeah,
than
it does. It actually feels more.
actually
modern.
both of
It
ours,
does,
I'll
yeah.
admit.
And
It's 2 years newer and it shows it, doesn't it?
truth be told, it is the better looking car. It is, isn't it? Outside as well. Outside and in. It's
I think so,
But
yeah.
I still like the coupe.
It's not a coupe.
It's a coupe.
It's not a coupe.
And
Come on
then
then.
You've got
What's
third
next?
seat belt here, so this is
Oh.
like an extra kind of. How does that work then?
Oh yeah,
So
you've got to plug it in there first.
this one first.
Oh, that's like the
that
third-
can't be
that's
right.
We found
can
this out on the school run challenge. We had a bit of a. Yeah, I think it's one of those, and
Yeah.
then you pull it across.
So-
It does work. I think that one
it? That goes in there.
maybe.
Okay, well it does have a
There we go.
it's not a lap belt at least, it's a 3-point
Yeah.
belt, just gotta get used to how it works. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
Cool. Right.
Well, I think that's it for the
Yeah,
3
what's
cars for now.
next?
You know what's been interesting? I think for the money, you're getting a pretty good spec. They've all got
Agree.
sat navs.
Yeah,
They've all
yeah.
got at least a reversing camera. They've all got cruise control.
We've all got keyless entry.
They've all got keyless entry.
Yeah.
The Porsche Taycan doesn't have keyless entry.
No, you can buy it for about
It's all right, isn't
500 quid, I think, which is a bargain, isn't it?
On the Porsche, yeah.
Oh yeah.
As is folding wing mirrors, as is the seat, and
Heated
steering wheel.
front
And,
seats are extra on that car.
yeah, yeah.
Have you got
heated seats?
I haven't, but I've got folding
Oh, no,
mirrors.
I've upgraded your heat. There you
Oh,
go.
oh, I've got heated seats. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
Oh, look at Mark. What are you doing? Pressing all the buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
Not bad little car.
Cool. Right.
Okay, well look, we wanted to show the cars in a bit more detail because it is remarkable the spec they've got. But we have some more challenges to follow, including practicality, and then we're going to do a longer drive as well. So stay tuned, hit the like button if you appreciate this video, and then watch us for the next one.
Cool.
Watch, stay tuned. Hit the bell icon, then you'll get a notification when the next video comes up. That's what I should have said. So don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.